Welcome to the Aligned Soul Entertainment Podcast, where you get to be human and quantum leap. I'm your host and transformational mentor, Christine Michelle. Let's talk manifestation, magic, and all things entertaining, because life was meant to be fun. So let's go have some. Hello. This podcast is brought to you by the Quantum Manifesting Academy. QMA is the 6-week group coaching program where you get to shift and become what you desire fast, because quantum leaps get to be #normal for you. This group program is amazing and it's facilitated by me. Check the link in the show notes to find out more. But it includes one-to-one access, it includes group videos, it includes a lot of hot seat coaching and more. Check the link in the show notes and let's get to the show. Hello. It is Christine Michelle, and today we are talking about time, how time is a construct, and I'm teaching you how to collapse time and what that all means. So let's get to it. So, time. Do you realize that time is really just a construct? And when I say that, I mean that time was created so that we could measure, right, our movement through space, right? So, how long does it take us to get from point A to point B? Right? How long have we been on this earth, right? How long will it take me to get from my birthday to my next birthday, right? Weeks, months, years, seconds, days, time. Man created that because it helps us record and helped us understand how long it took us to move through like this different space, like how long it took us to get from point A to point B, or how long we've been in point A and how long will it take us to get to point B, right? It really just helps us live this linear life that we're living right now. But the thing is that when you tap into the knowledge that in the quantum field, everything is available to you now, right? Time isn't linear. It isn't like past, then present, then future, right? Isn't that straight line? All possibilities and potentiality exist. All timelines are happening all at the same time. And this gives you the ability to collapse it, to allow yourself to manifest things a lot faster than it should, quote unquote, take. And so, for example, I love using my example of my client. I have so many clients, but we'll do two examples of two different clients. So one of my clients really desired to have a $20,000 month. And so where she was from new branding and all this stuff to where she wants to be, it probably should take a couple of months. It should take several months. Maybe it should take years, depending on how she wants to grow the business and how she wants to change it and what she wants to grow, blah, blah, blah. But when you skip trying to figure out the how, right, and just be that person now, really start, training your subconscious to be like, I am that. That is who I am. Then your brain and subconscious starts looking for opportunities to bring into your life that would help you create those goals, right? When she steps into the energy of being the confident and the woman who already is bringing in this amount, then she's going to be brought different opportunities into her life that are opportunities that align with the her that already is doing what she's doing, right? That's when you have multiple pay in full clients. That's when you have people that are coming out of the blue saying, I really want to work with you. That's when you get the mentions and articles and things like that, when you're being that person now. And so it didn't have to take multiple months, multiple years in order for her to get there. But there was a lot of shedding, a lot of healing along the way so that she could create space in order for her to receive that up level in money. And then she was able to blow that goal, the $20,000 away, and get to her even higher and higher months, which are new, amazing goals, right? And so that's like for a business person. So if you think about what would I desire, right? What is my desired goal? And so as a business owner, you could say, I desire multi six-figure months. Let's say you want to go from maybe last year or this current year, you're tracking to a $30,000 month in your business, right? It's new, but you want to go to a $200,000 month or $250,000 or something like that. You have to start at the end. Who is the you who has the 250? What are they doing? How are they showing up in the world? What kind of impact are they making? How are they helping to change and impact lives? How are their products, changing and impacting lives? And you start from there, and then you bring that energy into your now moment and be that person now. Right. And so another example, I have another client, she wanted to be a vice president level. And so she was not at a management level. She wasn't even managing people yet. And so, she had to really we need to get clear. What is that vice president, right? What kind of VP moves is that person making, the you who is the vice president, right? And you can do that by tapping into your future self or your next level self. I like to say next level self because that's available and it's not future. It means it's available to you now. And by you tapping into that, it's going to be more speaking engagements, right? Speaking in front of crowds, doing some of the things that feel uncomfortable to your energy, to you at this energy that you are right now. Things that feel uncomfortable to you are just #normal for the VP you, right? And so it was about her stepping into the things that were uncomfortable to show her brain that this is normal. This is how things get to work for me. This is just how it is. And then becoming that person now, right? Becoming the person who does the speaking engagements, becoming the person who speaks and does the huge trainings for the entire company, becoming the person who is walking on the stage, feeling so good, feeling herself and knowing that she is the leader that she's always wanted to be already right now. And by her stepping into that, she was able to manifest the promotion that was in between the VP promotion and then the VP promotion. And now she gets to step into her next step, right? And all of that happened in less than a year, when in her company, it normally takes several years for that to happen. So it's all the things that are possible. I have another client. She wanted to just have a better financial situation. And for all you people that feel like, oh, I can't expect this, I can't do this money thing because I have a job, or I have a limited income, it's fixed, blah, blah, blah. My employer determines how much I can pay. Don't buy into that, because if you believe it, it's true. If you don't believe it, it's true, right? Right? If you don't believe it, then you'll be right? If you believe it, then you're right. That's what I want to say. So my other client, she really just wanted an ease in her financial situation. And so she just was really stepping into this, knowing that this is what gets to happen for me. And so for her, it was creating her budget, but adding an extra 10,000 to what she would receive. So she broke that up and said, oh, if I could get another extra, $1,000 a month or almost $1,000 a month, that would be so amazing. And so she created her spreadsheet on how it would look. And then she closed it up and said, okay, I can be that person now. Now, She didn't go out and spend the extra 10,000 because it wasn't there. No, but she felt the energy of the having of it, right? She felt more confident. She wasn't afraid to look at her bills. She wasn't afraid to balance. She joyfully balanced, and she would look at the desired position, right? And then she would look at what is and be okay with it because she knew where she was going. And so she gets called into the office. And they say, you know what? We just realized that you are not where you need to be, your salary, and we want to bump you up $10,000. And see, that was such a short period of time to when she created that spreadsheet to when she got called in the office and got the $10,000. And then so she was like, oh, I'm doing this again. So she created another spreadsheet. And then she ended up getting asked to apply for a different position. That position ended up being $10,000 more than what she was making. And so that's just how it works. Oh, and I have another client. I love these examples. And I hope these examples are like inspiring you to know what's possible. So another client, she had an amount and then she had the position that she wanted, right? And so she would just step in and say, okay, this is the amount. This is how I choose to know that life gets to work for me. This is how it would be if I was receiving this amount. And guess what? It was $25,000 more than what she was doing, and she manifested that. Then she created another amount, and it was $25,000 more than what she's doing, and she manifested that. And it was just like, oh, we need to get you this. She had no clue what it was, why they were increasing her salary. They just were like, we need to give this to you. And that was an example of her being in corporate world, working for someone else, yet money is flowing in. There are no limitations. You don't have to be an entrepreneur in order to make a ton of money. You don't have to, be an executive to do this thing. Whatever you desire is available to you. And that's what this big thing is. Collapsing time, which is what I teach in the Quantum Manifesting Academy, is possible with anything. Whether you want to manifest love, right? Because 1 minute you're not in a relationship, the next minute you are in the best relationship you've ever had, right? You've seen it before where I've had clients, they've, just been single as they want to be, but when they tapped into enjoying that single life, being okay with what is, and then being the love that they desired, giving the love, like loving their life, being in love with where they are, being in love with life, being in love with their friends, in love with their family, just exuding in loveness, right? They turn the corner, run into the most amazing man that they've ever met in their life, and boom, they're in the relationship. That's a quantum shift. You've collapsed time, because if you would have continued with the energy where you're going, maybe you wouldn't have met that man for another year and a half, because they would have had a lot of things to work through, right? But if you just assume the energy of the woman who already has it, all of the stuff that needs to come up, all of the not loving yourself, all of the things where you feel like this isn't possible, all of those beliefs and those things will come up to be healed. And then you still get to every day step into being that person right now. And so time is a construct. It's something that was created to help measure things. So don't use that as an excuse for why you haven't manifested what you want, for why you haven't stepped into the being of the person who you desire to be. Don't use time as an excuse, because guess what? Time was created and you get to use it to your advantage. You get to know that it doesn't have to take a specific amount of time in order for you to allow what you desire to flow into your life. Because when you know that your desire is coming from within and it is available to you right now, and when you assume that personal, energetic vibration of the next level you who already has it, when you're thinking those thoughts, when you're believing those beliefs that person who already has it believes, when you have set the rules in your life and intentions that person has set in their life, when you are just waking up, driving, holding your shoulders back, doing whatever you believe that next level you're going to do, when you are listening to the music and enjoying your life and just, woo, yeah, this gets to be amazing. This is how it gets to be for me. When you are being that person, time doesn't matter, because guess what? You have assumed that personality. You have become that person now. And the more you are that person, the more that becomes your default frequency, your default vibration, and things that match that default vibration start to unfold into your life. That is just how it goes. So, yes, time is a construct. And yes, you get to use it to your benefit. And yes, you can forget about it all. If that time limiting, like thinking about time, limits you, then you have my permission to forget about time and only focus on being that person who already has what you desire now, feeling those emotions, thinking those thoughts, creating the rules in your life that align with you already having what you want. All right. And so for today, your journal prompt is, I want you to write your perfect day. I want you to write like what you would be doing in your perfect day. What will you be doing? Who are you with? How would it feel? Where are you? What are you looking at? Right? What are you hearing? If you're eating, like, what would you be tasting? Like, get all of your senses in it, get your feelings and emotions in it, but then also get all of your 5 senses in this writing and truly put yourself there and tap into that vibration of the person who is already having that. All right, so that is your journal prompt. Take a screenshot, snap it, tell me what was your most amazing aha moment out of this podcast. Tag me in it in your stories, put at the Aligned Soul. Tell me what you learned. Tell me what you felt when you listened to this. Tell me what you're going to do going forward. Tell me who you are being now. I want to hear it all. I am so happy to be able to bring this to you. Remember to leave a 5-star review if you were loving this. And on all of these amazing notes, hugs, kisses, and all of the feels, remember what? Be her now. And remember to take your aligned soul action today. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Aligned Soul podcast. And if you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed recording it for you, please leave a 5-star review. It will help get this podcast out to even more people, and I get to have more fun with you. Also, come join the Aligned Soul Collective, which is my free Facebook group that is growing with a whole bunch of women that love to talk about entertainment, the manifesting, quantum shifting, and all of the things. And remember, never forget to just be her now and take aligned soul action. Bye.